What's going on? I hope you're happy, healthy, doing the things that you love doing with those that you love doing them with. And I want to talk to you and break away from the tarot and talk about numerology. I'm going to break it down into simple bits in where I'll talk about life paths that will be in favor for this year and how the new Chinese New Year zodiac sign, you're the horse, will be a serious activation for a lot of all of us, basically. And I'll tell you how this will be a situation where you can utilize this in your life and how to incorporate it and how to best use it, basically. All right. I went round the way, but I hope that's cool. I hope that's all right. Okay. We are in 2026. This is the 1 year cycle. This is a new cycle. So if we add the numbers up to 2026, it is technically a 10, and then we condense it to 1. Now, to look into your life path, you have your day of birth, as you know, right? You add the numbers up, and then you condense the numbers. Okay? So when you get the digit, the sum, you condense it. The only time when you don't condense it is when you get 11, 22s, or 33s, because they are master numbers. They are a number or certain life path number that are different and heightened frequencies. But I will get towards those numbers or those master numbers another video. Today, we're going to talk about the life paths that are in favor for this year, which are the trines of 1, 4, and 7. Because if you look at the different types of trines, you got 1, 4, and 7 that will be in favor for this year. The second would be the 2, 5, 8. And then for most commonly known, people know the 3, 6, 9. Okay. So for this particular year, for 2026, we are in a 1 year energy. And what's favored are the 1 years, the 1 paths, the life path 1s, the life path 4s, and the life path 7s. Master number 22s will also do well, just an FYI, but I'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, if we look at the characteristics of a life path 1, it's leadership, it's using initiative, it's being able to assert your dominance and your roles, and it's making sure that you move with purpose. This year's about domination, and when we move into the year of the horse, it's going to be very dominating because we're still in the year of the snake, all right? Things will ultimately start to activate even more in the 1 year with the fire horse, okay? The great thing about 1 energy is about being able to start over, setting some principles, creating new business, starting new type of systems, saying new and creating new type of ways of saying, okay, this is my purpose. This is what I'm going to do. This is about creating a new chapter. This is about starting fresh and making sure that while you are starting fresh, this is definitely going to be a permanent change. Now, the reason why this is good for the 1, 4, and 7 is because the 1s will ultimately become very dominant during this year, right? There's no doubts about that. If you've got life path 1, you'll do very, very well because your energy will really amplify for this particular year. Now, for the 4s are very disciplined. 4s are very much believing about law and order. They live a righteous life. And this normally complements those with leadership. You see what I'm saying? It complements with leadership. It complements with starting over. It complements with being able to utilize the 1 energy with the discipline of the life path 4. Now, with a life path 7 is ultimately heightened frequency in terms of intellect, and leadership with intellect really is a great combination for the 2. They often do really well because the essence of a 7 is very much of somebody who's very, very calculative, right? So this calculation in their mind is something that will do well in terms of leadership, as well as somebody who, let's say, you're very, very smart, intellectual. You're able to make decisions with the energy of the roles of strong leadership skills and be able to utilize that going forwards. So sevens will complement with the one, right? And if you're someone who's a life path 7, I would advise you to be around people that are very strong-minded as well as pushing yourself towards that leadership role or being connected towards leadership, CEOs, all of those things, or managers. It all comes from different spectrums, all right? As long as you use your intellect, you'll be fine. Now, I did say the Master 22. The Master 22 is the Master Architect. So great time to establish structure, establish roles, creating and utilizing this for, let's just say you're an architect, or let's just say you're a person that wants to start up a company. Let's just say you are a person that ultimately knows the demand for things and you are the supplier, right? The Master 22 is great for those things as well, because you'll be helping people that need systems to create roles, to find ways to start. And what's the word I was going to say? There's a word for it. Yes, that's the word. So you're able to start roles, and basically create companies. So startup jobs, that's the right word. Startup jobs, those things you'll be very good at, all right? So in terms of the numerology size, the trines will basically be in favor. How can you, if you're not a life path number 147 or a master number 22, what can you do? Now, I have just said about a few minutes ago what they're great at. If you're able to incorporate those things into your life for this year, you will basically, it's like the energy of a Formula One car, right? Or racing car. And you're behind the car and you're using the slipstream in order for you to utilize this in your favor. If you take those characteristics, then you will do really, really well. Now, for the Chinese zodiac sign, the year of the horse, this is happening on the 17th of February, right? And we're still into the year of the snake. So there's a lot of things that are meant to be, if anything, meant to be unveiled, a realization, coming towards a situation that right now it's important that if you're not prepared, be prepared. If you've not made plans, make plans. If you haven't strategized, please do strategize, because you can still incorporate this before the 17th of February. For this particular time, spend some time alone or be inspired. Figure out what you truly want, your desires, your roles. All of these things are important, because when the horse bolts, you don't want to be left to the side. You want to be around those that are going to be dominating, right? You want to be around the winners. You want your steel to sharpen your steel. You want your iron to sharpen your iron, right? So this is all about understanding that if you don't utilize these things, unfortunately, because we're in a 1 year, like the people are going to be dominant, meaning that there will be many winners and there will be many people that have to take their lessons. And it's important for you, and I say this for myself, have a structure in your life. And this isn't just about business. We're talking about all aspects of your life. Organize it. Mind, body, spirit, right? Your health, making sure that you're in order of your finances. Or if you are about to start a business, make sure you're not there as a headless chicken. Apply knowledge. Go on YouTube. Look at people that you aspire to. See what they're good at. Find out their weaknesses. Work towards your weaknesses so that they're not weaknesses no more. They're strengths. Like, this is a time of really sharpening. because you want to start the tempo of what's about to happen for the next 9 years. And it's great to do so now. This is an opportunity. And unfortunately, those who are going to wait on the side are going to be kept on the side. And what a time to really persevere any type of resistance by having resilience and being able to ask questions, ponder your thoughts, question yourself in terms of what you truly want. And if you don't know, no. If you think about starting something, start something. Nothing needs to be perfect. Perfection is flawed, you know? So if we work towards getting better every day, there's no such thing as perfection, but we'll become the best version of ourselves. And numerology is a great way of, and even if you're not a firm believer in numerology, right? At least listen to the characteristics of what the numbers are in terms of the meaning. Because at the end of the day, if I'm saying to you is to be disciplined or to create a structure, to make plans, to focus on your health, to focus on learning something, how can that ever be wrong? You know what I mean? So if you're not even a firm believer in numerology, I'm sure that you can relate and resonate towards the energies of the strengths that the numbers have or the characteristics, because I'm sure that you have characteristics that resonate with the numbers, right? Now, the fire horse, lastly about the Chinese zodiac sign, it will bolt. And just a reminder, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And you'll still have 11 months, right? 11 to 12 months, okay, of utilizing this energy. And take this as a form of inspiration, take this as a form of guidance, and it will help you, all right? Well, if this resonates or you'd like to go deeper, click the link in the description. Or if you'd like to have a conversation with me, Instagram, TikTok, it's all Sorcerer X, okay? And drop me a DM and we can start from there. Well, yes, that was the numerology of 2026 and the life path numbers. And yes, you take care, Sorcerer.